Everybody, welcome to my channel, Becoming Your Own VIP, Mind, Body, and Soul. I'm going to play a little bit off of perspectives because there was one thing I did forget to mention was your hindsight. Again, perspectives can be in many ways. I can tell you so many ways you can see a perspective on food, of religion, of politics, of values, of character, how we reshape those, our views on those, how open or closed we are. So I mentioned a little bit of that in the last videos. But hindsight, how many times have you said, done, or thought something, and in hindsight realized you could have thought better thoughts, you could have used better words, you could have acted differently in that situation? Now, one of the biggest things that I've learned is, in the cartoons where we have the devil on one side, angel on the other side, sometimes in that reactive state. So if you're not emotionally intelligent or something caught you off so fast that you didn't have time to process what's going on, sometimes, the majority of the times, it's a reactionary state, snap to emotion that majority of the time, again, depending on where you are, maturity level on your emotions is negative. And a lot of the times we don't have that minute to push pause and to breathe before saying those words, before taking those actions. And again, sometimes it's about second guessing ourselves, and maybe we second guess ourselves so long that then the option just goes away. But the bottom line is hindsight. And again, your first reaction is strictly emotion, based off of your past experiences and what your programming is. But when you stop to breathe and think, that's when you have the rational mind that can actually stop, process what's going on, and what is the best scenario in this case. May not 100% be the best, but you've had time to, one, collect your emotions, and two, to process the data that's just been introduced, and three, allow you to inquire more for clarity or make a decision. And whatever that decision is, you're a little bit more cognitive about that. You're a little bit more alert. You can provide insight that will truly be for the good, which is the hope normally. Again, once a decision is made, it's made. But then there's hindsight. That's that quiet little voice that gives you more of a positive spin on it, more intelligent way of looking at things, a little bit more loving and compassionate way of looking at things, that you sometimes wish that's how you handled it. So if it's an emotional thing with someone you love, hindsight says, oh, I wish I had done it this way, or I should have said it this way, or why did I use that tone of voice, or why did I say that? Maybe it was somebody you liked, and your nerves got to you or something. I don't know. There's so many things that you can have perspective on. Like I said, hindsight could be about anything. Oh, I should not have added all that chili powder to this food. Ooh, oh, totally ruined this whole dish. I don't know. It could be anything. The bottom line is we don't get that time back. The dish is ruined, or the dish was successful, and now you've made a hindsight decision that next time I'm going to revamp and add this ingredient next time, or you didn't like it at all and you probably won't make it again. Whatever it is, there's some thought after you make a decision. And the question is how you're going to process that so that you can learn from the experience, learn from the action, the words, or the thoughts that just ran through your mind, right? So the biggest thing about your mind is learning how to master it so that you're not so reactionary, so that you do push that pause button and become more emotionally intelligent so that you can make better choices and decisions right then and there. And again, when it comes to food and creativity, that's just going to happen. It's even in business, you still want to take that time to consider it. We always consider those things. Ooh, is this going to give me gas? Or if I make this decision right now, am I going to lose this client? Is this going to be advantageous to me at this moment? If it's a relationship, how you're going to make that best judgment. Okay. I think the biggest thing that we all have is worrying about our decisions at times. Maybe not so much when it comes to food, unless we're preparing that food for, a family get together or a potluck where there's going to be a lot of people that's going to partake in it. Otherwise, if it's just for us, we're having fun with it. Even if it's for a family, I tried it and my family just knows I already play with ingredients all the time. They're cool with it. There's not much pressures on it. But when something is on the line, whether it's a job, finances, relationships of any kind, then there's a little bit more weight put upon you. And that is one of those times where the hindsight is your teacher. And to use that knowledge so that you can make a better informed decision next time, or to continue to up level. So you made the right choice, but you know what? I just realized how I can make this even better. And then you build upon it with that hindsight. That hindsight where, this person really disrespected me. And I just did not set a boundary. And then you, hindsight wise, recognize I should have said something. And then this person comes back and tries to do that exact same thing. But hindsight just taught you something. So now you've made a mental note. So now this person comes back the second time, does the same thing. You remember your hindsight. You remember what a better reaction would be to respond, not react, to respond to the person in kind, setting that boundary. So it's about learning to listen to ourselves, which is the negative, which is the positive. Your soul is always talking to you to listen, and it's always going to be the positive voice. That negative voice is from our programming, how we have, not been equipped with the proper tools to express ourselves with an empowering way, in a loving way that can help solve the situation in a more enlightened way. So again, your hindsight is your tool, and to help develop you to improve upon things that were successful or maybe not successful, but it was successful because you learned from it. And now you are able to use it in the future so that you can respond, do in a different way, in a successful way, and build upon it every time you get new insights from whatever it is you tried. So that's another thing I have learned regarding our mind. And, if you are angry and you have a lot of revenge and resentment or jealousy or anger or negativity or fear, that can really, really cloud you to the point where you're not listening to the angel on that side, giving you that hindsight, to have you look a little bit deeper in your heart and to seek a better resolution, a better way, a better option. So that's just my quick little insight for the day that I really wanted to add regarding perspectives, that hindsight, that 2020 vision, but it takes an experience in order to understand. It's just if you choose to take the good out of it versus just focusing on the bad. For a long time, I focused on the bad, not seeing the good. But when you think about how much you do grow, we're so worried about, like for me, if it was like a lot of my hindsight comes from different areas of my life, but the ones I think that the biggest impacts was within my relationships. And, whether it's my family, whether it's my partners, friends, you can't take back something sometimes. They can't take back what they did to you. You can't take back what you said or did to them. And no matter how many times you want to, try to fix it, you sometimes cannot. And that's where you have to forgive yourself and learn from it. Utilize that 2020 vision, that hindsight, so that in the future, you can set those healthy boundaries. You can choose more positive words. You can express yourself a little bit differently. You can take action differently. listen more, communicate your needs, communicate your fears, your worries, communicate whatever your view was to your family, to whoever it was. If it's a bill collector and you messed up on your money, own up to it. You know what I'm saying? And hindsight means I should not have spent this. I know I needed it. I should not have. And now they're calling me, and rightfully so. So hindsight, I know now better. Okay, cool. I still got this consequence. Can't go back and turn time. Still got to deal with it. And next time, do better. Whatever it is, utilize the lessons that you learn from your experience, your perspectives on things. Choose a higher path. And that's what I learned. And I hope you take what resonates. And I hope you guys have a blessed night. Thank you.